I just can't wait anymore.
I've been playing the Great Ace Attorney. It's great. Okay.
I picked it up.
Morning. No? Afternoon?
Master!
Uh,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, come on. Put a little more oomph into it.
Same Giselle as always.
I must say, last night was something, Master. I didn't know you had that in you. Just thinking about it. Ow. Hey, that hurt. What was that for?
I was struck an insatiable urge to whack you.
Whatever happened to your heartfelt desire to do whatever you can for me? I don't think hitting me counts.
You're tough enough to get over a little boink.
You were being so nice yesterday. Where did that go?
So, would you like to explain why you're making dirty jokes first thing in the morning?
Ah, yeah, just... I was trying to lighten the mood to hide my embarrassment.
Fair enough. Alright, but could you not joke about that in the future? I didn't actually do anything to you.
No, you didn't. Sorry. Say, could I ask you something?
Yes?
You hardly ever use my name. It makes us feel so distant. Could you do something about that, maybe?
But, babe?
No. That is not you at all. Just go with my name, please. We graduated from a master-servant relationship to a romantic relationship, but that is a bit much.
Romantic relationship.
Exactly. So, in honor of the new us, let's make this last, alright? Michael?
Alright. At the time, the light had entered our lives seemed unreal and fantastical, but I prayed that it would indeed last. In hope of an equally bright future, I allowed myself to rejoice in the moment. Let it unconquered shadows that lurked in my peripheral remain unseen. Blackness consumes the once colorful space. Giselle still stands before me as she did within the door, but I struggle to reconcile the two scenes. They are both real. They are both her. The lively, spunky girl of the past and the lifeless girl of the present are both just Giselle. As different as they seem, they are both her.
Why don't we stop there? It was a wonderful story. They overcame their troubles and lived happily ever after. Is that not good enough? It could not be worse than where we are now. All we have to do then is erase them now. Throw everything away and start over from where it was better.
You were able to bear them because they weren't your tragedies. And that goes for more than just me. Actually, as a matter of fact, The words apply even better to her than me.
The ending is already set in stone. It's already happened. What point is there in watching it again? All that accomplishes is making me relive it all.
The ending has not been written. We're both here now, which means our end still lies ahead of us.
Then, can I ask you to promise not to let go of my hand, no matter what?
No matter what happens, I mustn't let go of my hand. Now I understand. That was a request. Even if she didn't perceive it as such, in place of a verbal response, I squeezed her hand in mine. I know that its tail is heading towards tragedy. All the other doors we visited ended in tragedy, and ours no exception. But perhaps what's waiting at the end of this one is even more dire than I imagined. The door to a past wings open once more, behind which lies the end of me and the beginning of her. A month had passed since the night with the rose. Right on schedule, the monthly delivery arrived, but in it was a letter that would dramatically change our lives. My father, Antonin, had fallen ill and died. I presumed it was the witch's doing, but she was silent, refusing to respond to my questions. If it wasn't her, then he must have died naturally. It seemed more than a little tasteless to celebrate someone's death, but good taste and reality do not always agree. I was extremely relieved to hear the news. The man had raped Giselle, had tried to have me killed, and now he was gone from this world. I've been waiting for this moment for years. His passing had another effect as well. My death could be revoked. Many years ago, my brother had told me that when he succeeded our father, he would welcome me back to the Bollinger estate, and I could be part of the family once more, which meant this letter signaled the end of my banishment. Not sure how to feel about it?
Yeah. Rejoicing doesn't really seem appropriate. But this means you can return home now, right?
In theory, my brother is set to take control of the estate, so he should be accommodating. I'm going to write a letter. Have them send us a carriage. It is much too long a distance to walk.
All right. I'm excited. What should we do first when we get back to the capital? Ooh, I know. How about you stop by my place? My mom and sister won't believe their eyes.
My time in this mansion was almost at its end. The future I had only vaguely envisioned was now within my reach. I'd always spoken to this moment, predicated with eventually, like it was some kind of unattainable fantasy. But now that it was practically a reality, I realized I hadn't actually given it much thought.
Hey, are you still awake?
I am.
Not a great night for sleeping, huh? Are you thinking about your family?
It all seems so surreal.
Yeah, it does. This house is like a desert island, cut off from the world, which makes everything feel kind of like a fairy tale sometimes. Even what we have.
From time to time, I get the feeling that nothing is real. That the outside world is just a figment of my imagination. That my entire life only has ever existed within these walls.
Are you nervous?
Maybe I am. I always thought that when this day arrived, it would be more cathartic. I'm sorry. I'm finally able to take you back to the capital, and I can't seem to get past my own negativity.
It's only natural to be nervous. I am too. I haven't spent nearly as long as you living in this mansion. But I know how you feel, because I feel the same way. Not knowing what the future holds is scary. You know, I was thinking, I would be okay with staying. I mean, I would love to return to the capital, and I miss my family dearly. But even if I never get to see them again, in no way would I consider myself unhappy. I honestly think I've got a pretty wonderful life.
If you're not comfortable going back to that house, and you're just saying you endured for me, Giselle, there are other paths we can take. You could live with your family, or you could remain here in the mansion.
Not at all, no. I want to. No matter where I go, you'll be there with me, Michael. It's true, I am nervous not knowing what the future holds. But not in a scared something bad might happen kind of way. It's more of a jittery, excited anxiousness. I'm confident the two of us can overcome anything, no matter what obstacles may come our way. Together, we can create an even more wonderful future. Don't worry, Michael. The future's nothing to be afraid of.
You make it sound like I'm paralyzed with fear.
But you are, aren't you? Hey now, don't give me that look.
Once again, she's the one pushing me forward. I will make sure you have a good, happy life.
Thank you.
What?
Nothing. I'm feeling kind of sentimental, thinking about how we've only got a little time left here. It wasn't perfect, but it was an important part of my life.
Indeed.
Say,
Yes?
well,
Hmm.
I think I could handle it right now, probably.
It?
Oh, use your head, you little...
I don't follow.
How can you be so dense? I mean, you know, touching and so forth. You know, take the next step. I'm saying I'm feeling up for that right now. It's not proper for a woman to bring up that subject, is it? But I did kind of ask you to wait. And I feel bad leading you on for so long. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're shaking.
I'm just really emotional, that's all.
You don't need to force yourself if you're not ready. I can wait as long as you need. Besides,
Besides,
never mind. It's fine. There's no need to rush things. You don't need to worry.
yeah.
I wrote 2 letters. One to my brother, and one to my mother. One so Giselle could return, and one so I could be myself. To demonstrate who I was, I had to prove that I was not cursed. For failing to do that would not only bring her grief, it might become the final crack in the identity I had built up for myself. I had to convince her that I was neither demon nor angel, but a human man who had fallen in love with a human woman. However, I was too foolish to realize that the future I envisioned was nothing but a fantasy. Had I been able to grasp that, then maybe I could have taken her somewhere far away, where no one knew who we were, where things might have turned out differently.
It's been really foggy out lately. I'd rather if we left when it was clear. It would be terrible if the coachman rolled the carriage because he couldn't see where we're going. If there wasn't so much fog, I would probably have been able to see little columns of orange evening sunlight fighting their way through the trees. But the milky white mist seemed to swallow up all the light, leaving nothing for the surrounding area. It was rather dreary weather. I wonder when they'll be here. Although, if they never do show up, that's okay too. I was finally able to return to the capital with Michael, to see my family again. And that was wonderful. It was like a dream come true. But it wouldn't disappoint me if that didn't end up happening. I didn't care where I ended up, as long as Michael was there with me. That's all that matters. I should probably close the windows. The coach isn't likely to show up at night, I don't think. I reached my hands out to shut a window, which is when I saw something wavering beyond the heavy mist. Light? And it wasn't just the one. Looking closer revealed several more flickering spots. They moved up and down, slowly but rhythmically. As more and more came into view, my mind began seeing them as people carrying torches. They're coming this way? Could they be our escorts back to the capital? Though... What? As soon as the thought, "there sure are a lot," popped into my head, something whizzed past my cheek. What? Huh? What was... Huh? Why? What? It was an arrow.
Giselle!
Ah! The arrow had flown through the window and pierced the opposite wall. Had Michael not knocked me out of the way?
Giselle! Giselle! Are you okay?
fine. But what's going on?
Never mind that. Right now we need to run.
Huh? Wait, Michael.
Now! There's not enough time to talk. Stay outside the windows.
Got it. He grabbed my hand and broke into a run. A relentless storm of arrows showered through the windows we had worked so hard to get open a year ago. This wasn't what we had gone through all that effort for.
Once they open the front door, run! We have to get as far away from this house as quickly as we can.
What was happening? Why did we have to run? Why were those people firing arrows at us? With the wave of questions came a wave of fear. I couldn't say anything. The sheer terror had frozen my jaw in place.
Get ready.
I nodded, squeezing his hand tight. I knew it would just be another obstacle to a safe escape, but I didn't want to let go of his hand. I was afraid that if I did, I would never be able to hold it again.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. But how? There are people out front, too?
Damn it! Why?
Several arrows were sticking out of the floor before us. Beyond the door, which Michael had managed to shut almost immediately, rang a cacophony of push, thump, push, thump. We can't escape? Why? What's going on?
Damn it!
With a deep scowl, Michael barred the door, and all the while the arrows kept flying. The panic in the air kept growing thicker. I don't understand. How did they... Only a handful of people even know about this place. This is all my fault. It's because I told the villagers about this place. They think a demon lives here, not a human. So they're here to tear down the house. They made weapons, bows, just for this.
I don't...
There was a deep rumble, and the ground below us shook. I almost fell to the floor.
They're trying to break down a door, it seems.
Michael, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. Because of what I did.
No.
What?
It's not your fault. It's mine.
Michael?
I challenge her. Because I did. She made my curse real.
What are you talking about, Michael?
This way! Run!
Michael dragged me through the mansion's corridors until we reached a chamber with a stained glass window. At the far end of the room sat a small door. Where does it lead? I had been aware of the door's presence, but I had never gone inside it. Something about it seemed somewhat different than the rest of the house. I wasn't sure how to describe it exactly, but it felt like shadows had taken root here.
The observation tower.
A tower? But if we go up there, we're putting ourselves in a corner.
It doesn't matter where we go. They have us trapped. But there's a chance that up here...
He didn't finish that thought, however. He opened the door, leading me into the tower. His face deathly pale. We started running again, around and around the spiral staircase, making our way toward the top. In regular intervals along the wall were rectangular windows. A layer of fog still lay thick across the land. Peering out into it made me feel like we had been thrown into a dream world. If it weren't for the orange spots of torchlight surrounding the mansion, the silhouettes holding the torches, that armor appeared to be nice. Michael, tell me, why do you think this is your fault? What is your curse? Your curse. It isn't just the color of your hair and eyes, is it? There's more to it, isn't there? There's something else, isn't there? Michael's gaze was firmly directed forward as he frantically led me up the stairs. We were breathing hard, and the sound of it echoed against the tower's stone walls. Our panicked hearts were beating so hard. I was afraid they might be able to hear it outside. Eventually, we made it to the top. A pile of discarded rope lay unceremoniously at the foot of a door, presumably once used to seal it shut. The door itself was deeply weathered and rotting in places. It had obviously been left sitting in disrepair even longer than Michael had lived here. What is this?
Inside!
Frigid air nipped at my skin, and it wasn't a pleasant, refreshing kind of cool, but a bitter, oppressive cold. This room felt unlike any other in the mansion. This is an observation tower? You can't even...
There once would have been windows allowing you to see in all directions around a mansion, but all that remains now is that tiny opening near the ceiling. If we're out here, then there's a chance they might not find us.
Ah!
It sounds like they broke down the door. Don't worry, they won't find us. And when they give up this search, then we can get out of here. I'm sure it'll all turn out alright.
Michael's voice was quivering, as was his hand in mine. Michael. We huddled together, feeling each other's warmth in our arms. My free hand clenched his shirt for dear life.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm to blame for this. It's my fault you're in this mess. The pain you had to experience, you're being sent to this place, what's happening now, can all be traced back to my being born. I'm so sorry.
Why was he apologizing? Why did he insist this was his fault? Why wouldn't he tell me what his curse was? Why were people trying to kill us? Right. Those people were trying to kill us. Putting it into words like that made the fear that much more real. The arrows they fired weren't threats. They meant to kill us. Michael. But with Michael trembling in my arms, I couldn't bring myself to ask those questions. What meaning would those answers even have with death lurking so close behind us? All I could do was pray. Pray that he was right, that they wouldn't find us and we would be able to escape. However,
Greg.
Over here! There's a door and stairs leading up!
my hopes were shattered by the sound of voices from below. I could hear a faint clacking of armor. Our grips on each other tightened, and our trembling intensified. Fear swelled within the tower, making us its slaves.
Giselle.
We were both terrified. And who wouldn't be? Fairy tale heroes could be magically courageous in the face of overwhelming danger, but they aren't real. The fear of my impending death, drawing nearer and nearer with each passing moment, almost drove me to madness. I couldn't think clearly. My heart was having trouble keeping up. My head was a big, white mess. We were supposed to return to the capital, start a new life, finally obtain our happiness. It was right there at our fingertips. Enough happiness to make up for Michael's 10 years of isolation. And enough to erase that nightmare from my memory forever. What had we done to have that taken away from us? We just loved each other and wanted a quiet life together. Nothing outrageous. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. But what scared me the most was being separated from Michael. Hey, Michael, what are those people really doing here? If what they're after is money or valuables, we can offer them everything in the mansion. We don't need any of it. If they don't want us to return to the capital, we can tell them we'll stay here. They might be willing to talk it over. I don't care if I lose everything else. As long as I have you, I can survive anywhere. All that mattered was that we had our lives. So long as the two of us still breathed. But
Death! Death to the unholy one! Death to the heretic! Death to the witch!
despair hung over us like the fog outside. There were no heretics, no witches, no unholy ones here. But they would probably never listen to us. The moment we stepped outside of this room, we would be dead, no matter what we said. Michael, I'm, well, I'm all right. It's okay, Michael. I'm not scared. You're here with me, after all. I'm fine. It's all fine. So please, hold me until it's all over. Please stay with me.
Finally, you speak.
Michael? He wasn't looking at me, though. His unfocused eyes were directed upward, not toward any particular point, but wandering aimlessly. His purplish lips appeared to move as though he was speaking, but no sound came out. Hey, Michael? Are you all right? Come back to me, Michael. I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook, but he didn't even seem to notice. No matter how many times I called to him, he didn't look down from the emptiness above. Michael!
Giselle?
Finally, after far too long, his gaze slid down to meet mine. He looked defeated, exhausted, and cornered all at once. I was scared too, but his fear seemed to have consumed him entirely.
Please, hear me out, Giselle. I never thought anything good would become my life. I never thought I would find anyone who truly understood me, who'd be happy to have my love. For that, I hated the world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows. But then, a single ray of light shone down upon me.
Michael.
You, Giselle. You delivered me from the darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think my life was meaningless. That didn't matter if I lived or died. But now, I can't stop shaking.
That's perfectly normal. I'm scared to death too, but
what scares me most is losing you.
Michael, I should have noticed. Noticed his arms were tensing up. Noticed and stopped him.
So please, allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything for you, so let me do this. I haven't given you anything. I haven't done anything for you. So give me one final chance.
Michael! What are you doing? Get back in here, Michael. What? Why? The door? I can't open it. I shoved on the door, trying to go after him. But it wouldn't budge even the slightest bit. It was as though there had never been a door there at all, merely a wall disguised as one. It wasn't someone holding it shut from the other side either. I pushed and I pulled with all my might, but I couldn't even manage to eke out the tiniest crack. Michael! Michael! What did you do to the door? Come on! Get back in here! I don't want to lose you either. Say something, Michael. You're out there, aren't you? Please don't do anything rash. They're going to kill you if you're out there.
Giselle, the witch told me
What?
that she would ensure your safety.
Michael, she isn't real. There is no witch talking to you. It's all in your head. A figment of your imagination created to alleviate your loneliness.
Rest assured, she does not lie.
Michael!
Please, listen. You are a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, deeply sympathetic. You're not to blame for how difficult life has been. Most of the fault lies with me, and a bit of bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew.
What are you talking about?
So survive. Live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this. Live your life. And always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you.
No, I don't want that. I want to be with you. No one else but you.
I don't want to let you die.
There it is. Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic.
Get back in here, Michael. Open the door. If my choice is to live on without you, I'd rather...
Your scars will heal. You find a nice man and have a wonderful family.
Why?
Thank you, Giselle, for bringing light to my world.
Don't say that.
But if there's a next life, I hope you don't mind if I pray that we're able to meet again. That we can find each other once more in another world.
Michael!
Michael. It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment unto the heathen who made a pact with the devil.
Come on, Michael. Open the door.
You are sentenced to death, your body to be hanged upon the cross for 3 days and 3 nights, wherein your unholy flesh shall be purified by the fires of heaven.
Why? What are you doing here?
Open the door. Michael, please. Listen to me. You can hear me out there, can't you?
You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words?
Who is it you're sentencing to death? Michael Bollinger or...
A demon child, naturally. Or a witch, perhaps.
Please, open the door. Why won't you open it? He isn't unholy or impure. He's a perfectly normal human and a very sweet man. I'm the witch. The witch is in here. I'm the one you want to execute. Kill me. Execute me.
Now see, Giselle. This world...
Kill him!
So many blades pierced my flesh. I sore my chest, lanced in my arms and shoulders, arrows in both my legs. I could hardly tell what hurt anymore. There was an unpleasant sound in the tower, almost like a heavy rain. It would sound my blood spilling onto the stone. Red. It was red. Just like anyone else's blood. It didn't flow into unnatural patterns. It didn't turn to black, demonic shadows. It didn't cause anyone who touched it harm. It was just ordinary red blood. Regardless, this body is probably still cursed. It had to be. I couldn't hear Giselle's voice anymore. I hope she was safe and alive. I prayed that at least she would be protected, that the witch would keep her promise. It was getting dark. Light was quickly departing from my world. Darkness everlasting, dragging me down to its pits. I believed in you.
Michael? Michael! Hey, say something. Talk to me. Hey, what's going on? What's going on here? No, can't be happening. An impossibly heavy thud came from beyond the door. And with it, Michael fell silent. Then, intermittent squelching sounds as something slid down the door. No, 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 this can't be. Why? Why? I pounded on the door with all my strength, but it still refused to give. The skin on my hands eventually going raw and beginning to seep blood. Why? Why should Michael have to be killed? Tell me, why? Take me with you. Please, don't leave me behind. That man isn't a witch. He isn't cursed. I'm cursed, not him. So don't hang him. Don't humiliate him like that. Kill me instead. Please. Again and again and again, I pounded on the door. But the self-described knights on the other side seemed to not even be aware of my presence. They seemed unable to hear my cries. Their armor clanking with each step, they began to descend the staircase. And with it, I could hear the sound of something being dragged slowly across the floor. No, don't take him away. Stop! Don't take Michael away from me. I'm begging you. But my pleas were in vain. My hope was for naught. The knights took him away. Took him somewhere out of my reach. For all eternity. Don't take him away from me! Michael. After much, much too long, the door swung open all on its own. It happened so unceremoniously, it was hard to believe I had actually been trapped inside. I had no idea how much time had passed. But the chill in the air suggested it was deep into the night. And with the biting cold, there was a stench of blood. Why? Why? Michael, I never wanted this. You didn't understand at all, Michael. You didn't know the depth of my feelings for you. You didn't know how intensely I wanted you, how fervently I loved you. I was never going to be able to find someone else and live happily with them. It had to be you. The thought of anyone else touching me terrified me. You just didn't understand. I don't want to live in this stupid world. The time I spent with you truly was the happiest time of my life. I remember everything now. You died on that day. You were killed. You disappeared from this world and left me behind.
That's right. I remember. I remember the pain, the agony of death, and the fear. I did indeed die that day.
You refused to listen to me. Do you have any idea how it felt to feel you dying from the other side of that door?
Giselle,
I wanted you to take me with you. Is this what you so wanted to see?
my memories, the trace of my life on this earth, end there. In order to find your truth, we need more of the story.
Very well then. If you want more story, I will tell you more. What comes next is both a continuation and a brand new tale. The Maid's Tale. When you've heard it all, I expect you to commend me for not forgetting how to smile.
We haven't completely cut through the darkness yet. An Arctic wind blows past me. At the same time, I'm gripped with overwhelming urge to break down into tears. Perhaps this is the solitude she felt for so long. I have to face this. I have responsibility to her to do so. And not to atone for being such a misguided fool of all these many years ago, convinced I was doing what was best. This is
my tale.
Oh,
Or,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I guess. This is my tale and the Maid's Tale. A tale of a foolish, naive girl. Looking back on it now, I'm ashamed of everything. But I will tell you my story in its entirety, without embellishments. I ask that you please not let go of my hand. The only things the knights left behind were a garment and a large pool of your blood. Blood had seeped into the fabric, and it was beginning to dry. When I clenched it in my hand, it made soft crackling sounds. The oppressive stench of death lingered in the tower. Michael, there's no point in a life without you. You know that, right? I have a wonderful family. You know I can't do that. Hey, Michael, answer me. Come back to me. I don't care if it's as a ghost. I just need you here with me. Come back to me. Talk to me about nothing and about everything. Be irritated with me when I do something stupid. Scoff at me whenever I tell you a bad joke. Trounce me at chess again. Put your arms around me one more time. Come on. I'm begging you. If you won't come back to me, then I'll go to you. I don't care if that's not what you wanted from me. This world without you is meaningless.
Dying won't guarantee you get to see him again.
Huh?
He spends all this time refusing to talk to me. And when he finally does, he begs me to save his love. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Rather disappointing, to be honest.
Who are you? Where are you?
Quite draft, aren't you? Within these walls, I am everywhere. And you've heard of me before.
What? I have no...
Heavens, you are so slow. Is that pretty head of yours only for decoration?
What? No, there's no one else.
You might be thicker than these walls. Although, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You never did believe anything Michael said about me. You thought he was going mad? This is brilliant.
No, there's no way. It can't be. The cursed witch, Morgana?
Oh, you even know my name, do you? It would appear my legend has survived longer than I expected. I suppose I should thank all the humans has done for me.
You actually exist?
I most certainly do, my dear. As I recall, you don't believe in the supernatural, do you? But it's hard to deny when that very witch is talking to you right this moment. Michael was not even slightly mad, my dear. I told him he was better off without his sanity, but he refused to listen. He wasn't deranged, his surroundings were. His environment, the people around him, his old world. Can you imagine how dreadful that must have been? To be the only in the world gone utterly mad. It's a miracle he managed to keep his head. Remember what you said just before he died, my dear? You said it was all in his head. You said he couldn't tell the difference between illusion and reality. You said he had long since gone insane. Shouted it at the top of your lungs.
No, that's not what I meant.
Ah, poor Michael. If only you had believed him about the witch. I feel bad for you too. You have my pity. What did you ever do to deserve this? Oh, and just to be perfectly clear, I played no part in either your or Michael's misfortune. The only force to blame for that is fate. You were good, honest, joyful, lovable woman. And look at how the world treated you.
May I ask you something? Was it you who sealed me in the tower?
Yes, it was. It was what Michael wanted. Once, I told him I would grant his wish. So I did, as he asked. Though it looks like that ended up causing you even more pain. How tragic. So, you're planning to die? Are you hoping to reunite with him in heaven? That plan's destined to fail from the outset, my dear. God teaches that suicide is a sin, and you'll go to hell for it.
Then
I will not kill you.
why not?
Because I sworn to Michael that I would save your life. Poor Giselle. If you have any other wish, I would be happy to grant it. I can't bear to see you so miserable.
A wish.
You have but a single desire right now. To see him once more? Isn't that right, Giselle?
Are you saying you could make that happen? You'll bring him back to life for me?
The forces of life and death are outside my realm. That is God's territory, or the angels. However, I can guarantee you this. His reincarnation? No, his reconstructionation.
His reconstruction.
Yes. You can meet him again. Not in this life, but in some future life. Just imagine it. Finding your beloved over and overcoming so much tragedy. 10, 20, maybe 100 long years from now, you'll finally reunite. Doesn't that sound marvelous? True, unbearable love in its purest form. What do you think?
Just because you can bring a soul back doesn't make it Michael. I want to be with him, that brusque, impenetrable, slightly immature, but gentle as a butterfly man. The man who sincerely, deeply loved me. If it's the same soul in a different body, can you still call him my Michael?
My apologies. You beat me to the punchline. And you did so with such a door. You threw me off balance. You're exactly right. The idea that if your love is strong enough, you can both be reborn and have exactly the same relationship. And utter fairy tale nonsense. You must be the same for people to have the same love. Which is why I am not promising this rebirth or reincarnation, but his reconstruction. Your wish can become reality, Giselle. As long as you wish for it with all your heart, it can come true. I'll wish for his reconstruction as well. You have a wish asking to make this happen, my dear. So, you can be confident that it will bear fruit. And you wish for him to remain as himself? If he truly loves you, and he too wishes to reunite with you, your wish shall be granted.
Will you really wish with me?
I most certainly will, my poor, pitiful, dear Giselle. I shall offer up my most heartfelt prayers for you.
I'll wish for it. Until the moment of my death, I'll keep wishing for us to be reunited as the same people.
I can't guarantee your reconstruction, though.
What?
I only said I guarantee his. Michael's is the only reconstruction I will wish for. I will not ask for yours.
Why not?
You're not looking at a benevolent wish, granting goddess, or an angel with a magic bow and arrow. You're looking at a cursed witch.
And how am I to be with them again?
I can offer you but one option that will allow you to reunite with your reconstructed Michael.
Tell me. What do I have to do?
You must live. Here.
Live with you? What do you mean?
It was Michael who resurrected me. But he could not serve as my God. I have work to do. But I cannot do it alone. I need a guide to assist me. Because, as you can see, I have no body. If this house does not exist in this, then perhaps I might be able to give myself form. My soul's form.
I don't understand anything you're saying.
You don't need to understand. All I need from you is for you to show your utmost hospitality to the people I'm expecting to show up at this mansion someday.
Entertain your guests?
That's right, my dear. Michael isn't the old whose reconstruction I'm wishing for. There are others. Devil Highness sinners. So I want you to serve as the maid. Watch over them when they arrive. And until then, keep the house in good condition.
What are you scheming?
Is that something you truly need to know, my dear? All you need to do is wish. Pray for the day your beloved appears before you again. For today he wraps his arms around you once more. One word, Giselle. That's all I require. Do you want to see him again? Do you want to hear his voice? I can promise you, you'll have your happiness back. What reason is there to hesitate? There isn't one. Or are you simply going to give up? I wonder, what would happen if you said, if you disappear from this world? How will Michael react when he comes back? Will he be sad, angry, or will he forget all about you and fall into the arms of another?
No, he can't.
Then make up your mind. Will you come with me, or will you throw it all away?
If I had given it a little thought, I would have realized she was manipulating me. That she was just telling me what I wanted to hear. But I believed her. I accepted her proposition. As unbelievable as it sounded, my desire for it to be real overpowered everything. It was impossible not to grasp at the straws she was dangling in front of me. That was all I could do at the time. The witch's voice also had an inexplicable power to it. It made me believe, as outrageous as it was, that she really could bring you back, reconstruct you. Maybe because I had seen her turn a door into an immovable wall. Or maybe because I had heard her disembodied voice. But I don't think those are enough to explain it. My guess is she had me under her spell. That was the moment I became a maid. But I assure you, I was, at that point, still the same Giselle you knew and loved. sound of the rain never seems to stop. Am I hallucinating it, maybe? From the moment I lent my ear to the witch's sweet temptations, the mansion underwent an unimaginable transformation. No light shone through the windows, despite them still being unobstructed, not morning, day, or evening. In fact, the concepts of morning, day, and evening did not seem to exist. The darkness resembled that of when the windows had all been sealed off, but there was something more fundamentally unreal about it. Like it was hovering over a vast, all-consuming abyss within a constant haze of malice. I felt like I had been cast into some unknown realm, and that was why there was nothing beyond the windows. And the house was not the only thing that underwent changes. I, too, was no exception. In the blink of an eye, all my basic human urges vanished. I stopped feeling hungry, and I no longer needed sleep. Naturally, I was bewildered by what was happening to me, what I was turning into. I think I'll take a look around. Maybe there have been other changes. So I meandered through the mansion's halls. My original intent was to explore the entire house, but I found myself drawn toward one room in particular. That's right, your bedchamber. There was no light, not a trace of color remaining in your chambers. But the bed was the same shape, the walls the same texture, the curtains the same design as when you had been alive. Michael, I'm praying. I'm always praying that someday we'll meet again. Oh, there's something hidden under the bed. What could it be? It's that painting. I never did get to ask why he got so angry about me seeing this. I'm sure it's something he didn't want to be reminded of. Perhaps having to do with his family. I was right not pressing him about it, though. What? Ah! What the? Did the painting just smirk at me? Oh, God. Ah! Mm-mm. Oh, geez, Giselle. What are you doing tripping over yourself? It was just that accursed witch messing with your head. No need to get spooked over a tasteless prank. When I stumbled, I guess I knocked the drawer open. There's something inside. Letters, it looks like. I shouldn't touch these. They're not mine. But I want something of Michael's to have. Something to remember him by. His letters would be in his handwriting. They would contain his words. Please forgive me, Michael. I don't mean you any ill will, but I'm going to take these. I must say, there are an impressive number of What on earth? It's like someone dumped an inkwell on every page. But why? Was this the witch's doing too? Yeah, it has to be. It must have been her. It definitely wasn't you, Michael. Was it? The front door. I wonder what it's like outside. I can't get it open. What's going on? The bar isn't set, but it won't budge an inch. It's just like up in the tower. I know. The windows. They should open. Then I can... What's going on here? What the heck is going on? It's like there's an invisible wall in front of the window. My hand won't go any farther. This is rich. What else can I do but laugh? What in the world? This is madness. Hurry up, Michael. Return to me. And get me out of here. Please, get me out of here. I had no idea how to explain anything that had happened to the mansion. But it was clear enough that I was imprisoned within its walls. I was all alone in a nebulous sphere of black, bleak darkness, and beyond its walls lay void. The layout of the house remained unchanged, but I felt as though I had wandered into a twisting labyrinth. I could cry, but there was no one there to soothe me. All it did was provoke her disembodied cackling, which she followed with,
You choose this, my dear. So you need to hold yourself together and keep wishing.
My only real pastime was cleaning. I dusted the same corners again and again, swept the same floors, polished the same dishes. One day, I decided I would read the books left in the library. Despite there being more than 100 volumes, I finished every one of them in what felt like no time at all. My life was a never-ending cycle. Day in and day out, day in and day out. The house had no visitors. No one, rather nothing at all, set foot upon the property. There were no signs of other life whatsoever there. No birds singing in the morning, no cats sunbathing in the garden, no mice scurrying about the kitchen, no creepy crawly insects. There was nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that broke the long stretches of silence was her voice. Tell me, was she kind to you? Was she friendly and courteous? Because she was quite harsh when she spoke to me. These were the kinds of things she was always saying to me.
He didn't show up today, did he, my dear? Are you still praying, my dear? Do you think he'll actually come, my dear? I'm still wishing, just as I promised, my dear. You know why he hasn't come for you, my dear? Because perhaps he doesn't actually love you as much as you thought. My dear. My dear. My dear. Have you lost your mind yet?
Shut up. I've had enough. I'm done with you. Enough. Please, enough already.
Oh, what's got you so worked up? You love to talk, don't you? So, why not have a nice little chat with me?
This is not a chat.
Maybe not in your mind, my dear. You seem to think chatting only consists conversations you enjoy. But I don't think the words usage needs to be so restricted personally.
You're just getting off on watching me squirm.
Oh, not at all. You'll have all my best wishes if he ever does show up for you. Oh, so scary. If you're making that face when he shows up, he might not even recognize you.
What?
You haven't looked in the mirror recently, have you? Go on then, my dear. See just how frightening you've begun.
No. The witch was right. I looked nightmarish. My face was pale and lifeless, my eyes hollow, my cheeks sunken, heavy bags beneath my eyes. My hair had lost its sheen, and it grew wildly. I was quickly losing everything that made me recognizable as me, and the thought sent a shiver down my spine. No, this isn't me. This is some kind of trick. You're trying to deceive me.
Faceless accusations. You really must stop blaming people every time something doesn't turn out the way you want, my dear.
But my face was more
what? More expressive, more cheerful, brighter, rosier. You're right. You were never this gloomy, were you?
right. I wasn't. I was always more cheerful than this.
Naive girl. Could you be any more narcissistic?
Huh?
What you're looking at is undoubtedly exactly what you look like now. Time did not do that to you, Nor did I. The negative energy oozing from within you is what's causing you to take on this form. Did you think you didn't have any dark, ugly emotions inside you? Did you believe you always be able to smile, no matter what? Did you assume you were pure and beautiful? No one like that exists, my dear. What you see in the mirror is the true you. You hideous, twisted heart.
If you weren't always being so nasty, this would have never happened. Anyone's heart would be twisted listening to you long enough.
So you're saying Michael's heart was twisted too? I spoke to him for years.
No.
I'm just teasing. I suppose I may have crossed the line there. I mean, you know well, Giselle. Honestly. Allow me to give you one word of advice. Look at yourself in the mirror often. If you continue to deteriorate at this rate and end up looking like a corpse, when Michael comes and see you, he won't jump for joy, but run away, screaming in terror.
Stop talking. Please, just stop.
You know, Giselle, this is only the beginning. You might not show up for hundreds of years.
I can't live that long.
Absolutely brilliant. You still think you're alive. The moment you agreed to come with me, you ceased to be of this world. So don't worry about time, my dear. You can wait as long as it takes. As long as it takes for him to arrive.
As the witch had suggested, I started checking my appearance in the mirror every day. I wanted to ensure I didn't turn into some horrifying creature. My hair grew, so time seemed to be passing, but I didn't appear to age at all. The flow of time had become perplexingly vague and uncertain. Was it stopped, or was it moving? I couldn't tell. On occasion, I would practice smiling in front of the mirror. My smile was, after all, my one really distinctive feature, and I was certain you had seen me smiling more than anything. Even if my appearance had changed drastically, I thought you would still be able to recognize me by my smile. A woman standing alone in front of a mirror, practicing how to smile. I'm sure that was quite the comical sight. And that was about how my days went for an incomprehensibly long time.
And we shall stop here today.
You're so mean, Morgana. You're so mean.
I think you guys can't tell how much fun I'm having with that.
No, I think I could tell.
I can
I could
tell.
tell
I could
too.
tell.
Like
I
as
can
soon
tell.
as she showed up, I'm like, yeah, she's ready. This was another good portion. Like it's really, really getting good now. To the
Yeah.
point where I'm considering of